The 2023 agglomeration budget for regional services exclusively managed by the City of Montreal is scandalous, and its injustice is obvious. Montreal limits its contribution to 2.7%, but imposes an increase of 11.9% on Beaconsfield, and Montreal now surcharges us by $4 million per year. This is completely unacceptable. I am outraged by the offhandedness with which the Montreal administration is playing its game of reducing its contribution for a fourth consecutive year by increasing the shares for regional services of the related cities, such as Beaconsfield. For the years 20 to 2025, Beaconsfield is overcharged by $19 million in favor of Montreal. And this is a minimum, and we have not considered 2024 and 2025 inflation that will most likely also increase this amount. The combined financial impact at the expense of the 15 cities related to Montreal and their 250,000 residents will reach $122 million. $122 million. Whereas inflation fluctuates around 7% in Canada this year, Montreal limits the increase of its contribution to 2.7%, while inflicting an 11.9% increase on Beaconsfield taxpayers, which is almost twice the inflation rate, and the combined impact for all 15 cities is 8%, 3 times the 2.7% that Montreal has increased itself. Montreal's devious merry-go-round started with the temporary consensus on agglomeration finances reached in 2017 for a 3-year duration. This temporary transitory agreement was for 3 years to end at the end of 2019. Since then, Montreal has been avoiding compliance with the original agreement of 2008, which was never rescinded and was never abolished. For Beaconsfield, the injustice caused by the Montreal administration maneuvers comes with a price tag that has increased by $2 million a year annually for the last 3 years. The new 2023 budget will increase the surcharge to more than $4 million per year for the next 3 years. In 2025, the invoice for taxes overpaid by Beaconsfield to Montreal will amount to $19 million. We're still counting on the legal challenge launched in 2020, the first year of the wrongful overtaxation, to obtain justice for our citizens. Our legal action against the City of Montreal has now reached more than $6 million plus interest, and we will amend the procedure once more to include the new $2 million surtax, which will actually turn into a surcharge of over $4 million for our citizens in 2023. Our legal action will therefore be adjusted to approximately $10 million. The City of Beaconsfield had taken this action in order to uphold the multilateral agreement signed in 2008 and ratified by the Government of Quebec, the City of Montreal, and the 15 demerged cities. The agreement ensures a fair sharing of regional services cost by the cities on the island of Montreal. This is no longer the case. It is anti-democratic, unfair, and punishing for our citizens.